No matter how it may seem, no one has control over your life except for you. This is not personal, financial, or life advice. We're just a couple of guys and an occasional guest talking out loud. Welcome to the What Are We Doing podcast. Yo, what's up everyone? Happy Monday morning, Tuesday, whenever you are listening to it in this. Welcome back to What Are We Doing podcast, everyone. Thanks for tuning in for another week. I hope everybody's weekend was good. Hope everybody having a productive Monday so far whenever you're listening to it. Last week we had a little bit of technical difficulties, so we had a guest planned for last week, and unfortunately, my computer, I don't know what was wrong with it, but it would not let us record any audio. So unfortunately, we couldn't record with the guest, and thus why Hansome isn't here with me. I had to pull in a surprise guest or a last minute anchor. So today I have my sister with me, Dr. Brown. Thanks for coming.
No problem.
It's
I'm excited to be here.
Lifesaver right now. So we were going to record. I think me and Hansome set up to record on, I think it was Thursday morning. We had a guest and everything. So we're going to try to get him back on next week. I think we have another guest on next week. So next week's going to be a pretty busy week for us. Right, this week's going to be a pretty busy week for us as we record and everything like that. So it's like Saturday night right now, so I feel like I had to get this podcast up for you guys.
What time is it?
It's like 10, 11, 12 o'clock right now on Saturday night. So
my
this
free time.
So this is what I'm doing. I grabbed my sister and she's holding it down right now. So I appreciate you. What's up? Talk to me.
Nothing. How are you? How was your day?
I'm hanging in there. So my day was, what did I do? So this morning early, I had to wake up early. I saw you when I woke up this morning when I was walking out the house.
Yeah, I did see you.
And I had a client.
You backed out my car for me.
Oh,
thank you.
Yo, my sister is the worst at backing.
Number one.
Last week she backed out my car.
And I parked it beautifully.
And I was like, did I come home drunk last night? Because my car is in the middle of the street.
Yeah, I was rushing. I need to get to work.
The whole front of my car was out in the middle of the street. Took up half the car.
No, the thing is, when I came out, I saw it and I was like, you know what, this is decent enough. I was like, the back is in.
So now I'm just going to park on the street myself or parking. I feel like that's always the thing. Nobody likes moving out everybody's car. Because when people come home, you see the driveway open. So you just go in the driveway and go right inside because the door is right back there. But in the morning times when everybody's leaving,
because I never realize there's someone behind me until I'm about to leave.
That's the worst.
And then I'm like, I'm gonna miss my train.
When you close your door, you have your shoes, your everything buckled up, and you're running outside with your key alone, and then you turn the corner, you see like 3 cars behind you. The worst.
Whoa. All right.
So I woke up. I had to meet with a client. 2 of my clients, I had to meet with them in the office this morning, so I had to be in the office by like 10 o'clock. And after that, I came back and I just been studying. Like I'm still studying for my Series 7. Okay. So I just been grinding. Stressful. This is the hardest thing. No. This is probably the hardest test I ever. I don't know if this is the hardest test I ever studied for, or this is the most I ever cared about taking the test because that's good.
Okay, so what you're using? Are you reading, watching videos, making flashcards?
Let me know how this goes. This is the test prep or what? This is what we do.
Okay.
So this course, it's usually a 12-week course. People take 12 weeks to study for this course. Okay. And people who usually have this course has a finance background. So like it's you study 12 weeks and you take the course whatever test prep you have. So though they're changing the way the Series 7 is administrated. So as in a couple of months, October 1st was the last day you can register. So I had registered to take the test before October 1st. If you do it after October 1st, then there's like there's like a bunch of different ways that you have to do it. Nobody knows how to do it yet. They haven't really come up with a system yet. So what they're doing is my company's trying to push us to take the test before it changes. Okay. So it was supposed to be 12 weeks. We have like 4 or 5 weeks to study for this test. And they're all like pressuring us like take this test.
So do you feel like you're being effective in your studying?
So
you want me to quiz you one day?
So I have my flashcards stuff. No, I was gonna get down to it. So next week we're starting like to get ready because it's a 7-hour test. So now we're starting to do time management next week. So my grades right now that I'm getting on practice tests are around like 60s, 70s around there. You need a 72 to pass.
Okay.
So it's not that bad. And what I don't feel bad about is usually when I'm taking a course or a class or anything, I'm usually the only one that's struggling. But I've been progressing at the same speed as everybody else. So everybody scores around like a 60,
okay, so
50.
That means you're good.
So I feel like I'm good. And the past people who like took this in my office or my company, like I think like out of the last 15 or 20 people, only one person failed. So the success rate is very, very, very good.
And everyone uses the same process.
Everybody uses the same process. What that process is, the first 2 weeks you sit down, you watch a video, and you have like a worksheet in front of you. So you're listening to a lecture, you have a worksheet in front of you first 2 weeks. After that, for the next week after that, we just took open like question and answer. So you answer the question, they give you the answer right there. And then we did that for a week, and now we're doing closed books. So we do closed books, and you run through the closed books, and then
do you guys like talk it through together?
So we've been doing that
helps
one.
Me, like if we have like conversations about it, or you just talk everything you know about the subject out, that helps me.
I think that's what we do. I think that's why they want us to work in groups, like want us to stay in the group, not to really help each other, but like we have like a question that we can't figure out, stay it. But right now it's getting difficult because a lot of those people are trying to like, a lot of people still work too, because during this process of the Series 7, you don't get paid for this. It's not like a paid or anything like that. So you have to be able to sustain like your life outside of study and everything like that too.
So how's your focus when you've been studying? That's why I think you should go to the library, Kadeem. Yo, let me tell you, Kadeem is studying. He is studying. I'm not going to front and say he's not studying, but sometimes I'm like, what is he doing?
What's my study habit like?
You're out here studying, but then sometimes I hear you playing videos, getting up every 2 seconds.
Yo, my attention span is so small.
That's why you need to go to the library. Oh, you know what you should do?
What? Tell me.
Okay, when I was writing my dissertation, and when I was studying for my EPPP.
What's your EPPP? I don't know what that is.
The licensing test.
Okay.
Took
you were here too, in your room studying.
Okay, but then I moved to the library. That's when things got serious. When I really started studying. But there's an app called Focus. Okay. You guys talked a little bit about this on your last podcast.
No, I don't think so.
You and Hansome, you did. The 25-minute or 5-minute break.
No, that wasn't Hansome. That was just me, like what I do, kind of. That's okay. What I do.
So the app gives you time. So 25 minutes, you turn the app on, and then it beeps. Then it gives you a 5-minute break. And it does 4 cycles of that. And then on the 4th cycle, it gives you a 25-minute break. So you know that in those 25 minutes, all you need is you have to focus, and then you have your break. And that's effective.
All right, I'll try
because the research says seriously
I'm gonna try something like that.
Working in short spurts of time,
yes, I've heard that
with
before.
a break is effective.
Yeah. Agreed. I heard that before somewhere out there. All right, so I'm gonna try something like that. I'm gonna try. After we finish this, I still have I'm in the middle of a closed book right now.
Yeah,
so.
And if people have Apple products, I think you can do that on your your Mac.
Okay.
Now, that's how I found out about it. My friend in grad school, she had, it was called Pomdora or something like that. Then she had it on her laptop, and then I downloaded. And I'm telling you, that's how I got through. I can focus for periods of time, but then I start getting distracted.
Yeah, I'm like not even a period of time for me. It's
so
like
you need to
10
do the
minutes.
app. Just put the app. Only say I'm going to take a break when that. I'm going to download it on your phone right after this. No, seriously.
I'm going to try.
And then you need to move to the library.
Yeah, the thing about the library is I feel like I'm most when do you predominantly see me studying?
When I come home from work.
Yes, the library is closed at that time.
Kadeem, the library closed at 9:00.
Yeah, so at 9:00 I'm gonna have to get up all my stuff.
Okay, so this is the same exact thing that I was thinking. I was like, it makes no sense. This
for me to go to the library.
No, listen to me. This is why when I was studying for my test, in the beginning, I was like, this makes no sense. I get home from work, it's 5:30. By the time I get all settled in the library, it's going to be 6:00, and then it's going to be 9:00.
In 2 seconds.
And I need to leave. However, the quality of my studying changed dramatically when I was at the library versus when I was home. So it was worth it.
All right.
Just try it for a week. Go tomorrow. The library's open at 5:00. Until 5.
Tomorrow I'm going to the walk, the March for Strides walk.
Oh, breast cancer.
Yes.
Jones
So I'm
Beach?
doing that. Nah, it's not. I think there's a bunch of different locations. There's one in Jones Beach. There's one in Queens that's happening. There's one in Brooklyn. I think there's one happening all over. The one in Queens.
Okay.
So I'm doing that tomorrow. So
it's gonna be cold tomorrow, so you better layer up.
Yo, the weather changed so fast. It's so crazy.
Fall used to be my favorite. It still is, but I used to love fall, like that nice crispy air.
What's the difference?
But ever since I moved back to New York after Miami, the cold just feels different for me.
Would you rather Miami weather?
Of course.
But Miami weather gets way, way too hot, though.
Yeah, it gets really hot, but from like January to June,
it's really
perfect.
Nice.
It's not nice. It's perfect. Literally every morning I would wake up, come out of my apartment and be like, yes, this is a beautiful day. The weather's so perfect.
Sweet.
But the cold just feels different for me. It's like stinging me.
How is it? So you've been training for the marathon. How's the weather change affected like your running and stuff?
I run faster when the cooler it is.
So the colder.
So like my run last week was nice because it was cool. I'm a little bit worried for tomorrow because it's gonna be really cold, like 40 in the 40s. But you never know. Race day, it might be 40s.
The race day is closer to the winter.
I know.
Hold on, what day is the race?
November 4th.
And what are you gonna do the day before the race?
I don't know. I haven't thought about that. Probably get together with my roommates. We should do something like eat pasta.
That's what you're supposed to do that before or after?
Supposed to do before.
Okay.
The only thing is I have some stomach issues when I'm running that will be TMI for this. So I need to watch like how I eat and what I eat and how close to the race I eat. I don't know. I haven't thought about it. So definitely take it easy. I took Monday off.
Okay.
I might take Tuesday off too.
Hold on. What day is the race?
A Sunday.
Okay, hold on. Oh, you did the Monday after?
The Monday after.
Okay.
So the day before, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet.
Okay, I'm following you.
And then I know Friday they have a really big thing where you can go pick up your race packet, and all that stuff. So I'm going to do that. What
was your how was preparation for the race before you're at right now? How's it preparing?
How's it going?
Yeah. Or what did you do to prepare?
So I started hardcore training in June. So like the second to last week in June. Okay. And then I worked out with the trainer 3 times a week. Oh, yeah. And we were good with that. Like 3 times a week. I didn't miss one. I only canceled with him 1 time ever. So 3 times a week with the trainer, like doing cross training stuff, weights and whatever. And then 3 short runs a week and 1 long run on the weekend. Okay. And then he also made me a meal plan. Like that this hardcore. Follow. Can I say that myself? That I did not follow. Thank you very much. He also made me a meal plan that I did not follow. It was hard. Okay. The working out part for me is not the hard part. It's the food, the meal plan. And I don't eat bad.
I don't think anybody in this house eats bad.
Okay, no one in this house eats bad. We don't eat bad. We are not. Okay,
we have sometimes a here and there, but for majority of the time, we don't eat bad.
Yeah, we don't. But I don't think we eat like athletes.
No, definitely don't eat like athletes.
So this was an athlete meal plan, and I was like, But this morning, because I don't go on the scale because I have all these. I don't go on the scale for a lot of reasons. But this morning I went on the scale and I was like, what? I was like surprised at how much weight I lost.
When did you start? Am I allowed to ask you that?
You guys should see the look I just gave Kadeem. I wish you guys could see the look.
Let me rephrase that question. How much weight did you lose from the time you started?
10 pounds. A whole 10
nice.
pounds. Oh, Lord. Which I was not expecting. Because you remember I was like, when I first met the trainer, I was like, I'm not trying to lose weight. I'm just trying to.
But
I'm just trying to train for this race. And he was like, okay.
There's no way that you were going to do all that work.
Yeah, but I didn't want to approach this saying, I am trying to lose weight. I wanted to approach this saying I'm trying to train for the marathon. Okay. And if weight loss came with it, which it did. Anyway, so
do you feel like working out trainer is beneficial?
Yes, and I really want to keep him.
Okay.
So I need to figure out how that's going to work with my pockets. No, but seriously, working out with him, number one is someone to hold you accountable.
Of course, yes. That's what I needed.
So he's been away on vacation for like 3 weeks. Yeah. And I'm not even going to say how many times I've stepped in the gym. Just in case he's listening. Since he's been away. But that gym has like group classes.
Yes.
Which I like those group classes.
You've done?
I've done some.
Okay.
What?
No, I was gonna say I want to go to this group class, but I need a membership. I'm using our dad's membership.
And you saying that on this? Wow, Kadeem. You trying to get
just joking.
I'm using my own membership.
Just joking.
We can talk offline about that. So I went on the scale and I was like, man, what if I was actually doing the meal plan? I would have had a 6-pack by now.
Yeah, probably.
I really would have. Because I can kind of see like the lines. No, when I hold my hands up like this.
Oh, tell us more.
When I hold my hands up like this and it's in the morning, I can say, no. But seriously, if I did the meal plan, so I was thinking maybe after the race, because I was like, what am I going to train for next?
Yes.
So we were thinking about a Tough Mudder.
I would train with a Tough Mudder for you, hands down.
All right, so let's train.
But we would have to fly somewhere warm.
Okay, let's do it.
All right, okay, I'm with that. All
right, but we have to train for it.
Yeah, I'm with that.
All right, so we're going to train for a Tough Mudder next.
All right, cool.
So then I was saying the next thing I train for, I'm going to at least try to do the meal plan.
Okay, I'm fine.
It's hard. It takes discipline to do the...
But I'm with the meal plan. That's what if I'll go half with you and buy the stuff.
Okay, so guys, listen to this. So Kadeem wants me to... This is Kadeem's deal. Kadeem wants to come with me to buy the stuff.
Which we have done and it worked out great.
No, the last time we did it, did you come with me?
Did I come with you? No. I paid for the whole thing though.
No, you did not, Kadeem.
The last time?
You bought the fish.
Oh, I did buy the fish. Okay.
I
we went at different times.
shopping
That's why we didn't have our times didn't match up.
Okay, Kadeem wants me to go to the supermarket. It's questionable if he's gonna come with me. Then he wants me to cook all the food, put it in all of the containers.
Agreed.
And all he did last time was put them in the refrigerator.
Sounds like a good deal to me.
So, yeah.
So yeah, all right. So no, we're definitely gonna start that up too.
So no, seriously, because when I was driving home on what day was this? On Thursday night. Let me backtrack. So when I lived in Chicago and when I lived in Miami, I used to cook every single week, and I always brought my food every single day. I never bought lunch. Like it was a treat to buy lunch. But ever since I moved home, I've been buying lunch every single day.
And the thing is, in this house,
and my financial advisor told me that was not a good idea. It's really not good for my health. So I need to get it together. So I made a commitment that I'm not gonna
listen. When I lived in Pennsylvania, it was so easy for me to cook every single day.
Yeah.
When I live here and I cook, everybody vultures it, and it's like, yo, I have nothing left to show for the next day.
Okay, the first time when I moved home and I cooked, and I saw people. I think Daddy did this. He started putting his food away. I'm like, why is he packing his lunch the night before? And then I realized if you don't pack your lunch,
the night before you're not
going to have anything. And then there's also something about having your own kitchen space.
Yes, agreed.
So that's the one thing I really miss about living alone is having my own kitchen space.
I agree.
It's just different being in a kitchen with that 4 other people use. That's not like your kitchen where you said this goes here, this goes there.
I agree.
But yeah, the meal plan takes discipline that I think that's why athletes, more power to them.
Shaking my head. I don't know.
So all you did today was study and then all that stuff. I thought you said you were going to the mall.
You were going to yeah, I was supposed to follow one of my boys to the mall, but he had to his grandmother was home, so he wanted to stay with his grandmother because he barely sees her. So we didn't end up going to the mall. So speaking of so I gave you a consultation because I'm a financial advisor.
Yeah, it was good.
So
hit Kadeem up, guys. And no, seriously, I'm not just saying that because Kadeem is my brother. Because I would not promo you if I was like, he knows that I would not. But Kadeem, it was good. I was impressed.
All right, what are some of the stuff we did?
I walked out that office like, yes, I'm about to
and I treated you like a real client. I took her to the office and everything.
You told me like a real client.
Yeah.
So what did you want me to say? What we did?
Yeah. What was your experience there? So people
let's
know.
see. The office was very nice.
I'm always laughing because
it was. And also, okay, the office was really nice, and I felt very underdressed because I just came from a workout. So I was like, let me get dressed really fast, and I just threw on some clothes, and then I got
everybody that comes in, it's the first thing they say. Like, I feel like I'm underdressed. I'm like, you have to dress up.
I felt like the next time I'm coming in there, and also I want to make it look like, yes, her financial advising is working. Look at her.
The glow up.
They're gonna be like, look at the change. So we just kind of went over what I make, what I'm spending money on. We talked about different ways I can invest my money for long-term and short-term investments. We talked about ways to like set my future family up for success. So it was good. It was good. And I think it made me come away like, yes, I feel like I'm good at budgeting. And that's one thing I must say. I've been good at budgeting ever since I got this job.
Yeah.
But there was also that like moment where we were like, okay, where's all this extra money going? Like, I'm not budgeting down to a T.
Yeah. So with my clients, a lot of my clients, I feel like, if you have money left over, that money disappears. Or if you have money that's unaccountable, everybody accounts, I have to pay my car note, I have to pay my car insurance, I have to pay my credit card bills.
But that extra money.
And then the extra money after, so I do like a quick budget to you, like see how much you make, see how much you're spending. And after all my clients, they have this big number left over. And it's just, they're like, where is this money going?
I drove home like, where is this money going? This is not okay. Like, where is this extra money going? And I was so surprised at some of the I wasn't expecting all those questions. So they were asking like, all right, in 20 years, like, where do you see yourself in 10 years, in 5 years? Like, what? And I was like, whoa, I was not really, in terms of money. I think when you think about your future, well, I know for me, I don't think that's specifically about my money.
Which you have to.
I do think, I want money and I want to make sure I have like this and that, but I don't think that specifically about it. So it was good to kind of get in that mind frame.
Yeah, people, I feel like a lot of people don't realize, I didn't realize this, I didn't realize a lot of stuff until I started working there and started being around that atmosphere. Like, if you start investing and planning for your future in your 20s or your early 20s or your early 30s, you don't have to work at 55 or 65 or and like not working, taking care of kids, taking care of your family. Like, it's 100% possible.
So it was good. It was good. And I like that you really talked about like what your money philosophy is. So instead of saying, all right, we're just trying to save for retirement, because I personally, yes, save for retirement, that's great. Live the life you want to live when you're retired. But I also feel like, you should be living good up until then. Like, living life now, yes. Exactly. So you shouldn't wait until you're retired to like spend all your money. And so I like that you talked about that. Agreed. And so we were able to think about how my investments can work for.
And you're still able to invest a decent amount, and you're still able to keep a decent amount in your pocket
and still live, and then also think about investments where if I wanted to access that money, I can do it,
which we set up for you,
so that was good. And then the follow-up that we had on my day off.
It's like pulling teeth to help her.
No, it's not like pulling teeth. I'm trying to have a peaceful day off where I spend time in my bed only. Kadeem was talking about, let's have this consultation, but it was good. I'm happy we did that. I like that too, because I like how we came up with the plan for me to kind of get some of my debt paid off.
Yes, agreed.
In the next couple of months. So it was good. Hit Kadeem up.
So shameless plug.
Shameless plug. Give me 5%.
So if anybody needs a consultation, if you have any questions, any financial questions, like, I'm here for all of our listeners. Seriously. Hit me up. It doesn't matter if you don't live in New York. We can hop on Skype. We can do anything. Call technology.
Shoot.
I'm here with it.
I didn't know this was an out of New York thing. No, but seriously, I feel like we wealth, generational wealth, money, we don't talk about that enough. Well, I feel like we talk about that, but I feel like our community, we don't talk about that as a community enough. And that's how we're gonna make change.
Agreed.
Because you want to make all this money to be great and to live the life that you want to live. You want to set your family up for success, but I personally think you make money so you can help other people, and so you can kind of give back, and you can kind of feed the ecosystem in the community.
I agree with that, but I do feel like it's just all about, you need to take care of yourself first. If you're not situated, if your family's not situated, you're not going to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you want to take care of your family first, but I think I don't think it should be I think it should be the way you think about it should be I am doing this to take care of my family, yes. But I'm also doing this to take care of others, or to give back to others.
Give back,
or
agreed.
We have to. Yeah, don't let me get on my Kadeem knows I can go on and on.
And what I feel like too is a lot of people are embarrassed to sit down with a financial advisor because they feel like, yo, I'm not at where I'm supposed to be. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. But to me, that's like the craziest thing. Like, if you know you're where you're supposed to be, the first thing you're supposed to be doing is go out and seeking help. It's just like with the trainer. Like, damn, I'm struggling. I can't. Who should I go see? It's a professional to help me get through this. So I feel like a lot within the community and everything like that, it comes down to not even want to seeking out the help, thinking I can do this all by myself.
Yeah, and I think there's also a lot of other things that play into it.
And what are some of the
Black people and money and access to money and access to information about finances. If you think about the history of Black people in America and ownership and money, to be in the position now where we can have access. I think some of the roadblocks or the mind blocks that we've had to overcome over time, and there's a lot of stigma around sharing your money business. Like, you're talking about money is personal, so that's like putting your business out there.
It shouldn't be personal though.
Talking about money? Yeah, I get it. Shouldn't be personal. We should talk about that, like sharing salaries, saying your salary with your friends, or talking about how much you make with your friends.
Oh yeah.
But but anyway, there's stigma about talking about money. There's also just access to money. So we live in America, so if Black people as a community, we are not making as much money as our white counterparts. There's access to wealth and there's access to all these other things that make it difficult, that make the money conversation a little bit more hard to have, and that's why we need to start having it with kids. It needs to start.
Agreed. And that's one of the stuff that I started doing too. Like, I went to speak at that school a couple of weeks. I'm going to set up something with them where I can teach credit and just like basic personal finance. After I take this test and stuff, I have a couple other things that I want to start working on. It's just like a course, because even as in my personal, like 90% of stuff I do for free. Like, even the whole consultation I did with you, everything, like, it was all.
What do you mean I paid you for that? I'm saying right here, right?
This is your payment.
My payment. No, so what's the code? So do you think that people should share how much they make with their friends?
Yes, 100%.
I agree.
I think because that's a conversation you want to have in your group. The reason why is because, one, I believe in community. I believe in people grouping together, putting their funds together, putting their resource together. It doesn't have to be funds, but resource together, and then combining that and growing from that. That's what I feel like people should be doing. So if I don't ask my friend, yo, how much do you make? How much are you putting aside? How much are you investing? How much money do you have? So we can maybe combine our money, or maybe he has something that can help me, or I have something that can help him with finances. That's the only way we're gonna grow. We talk about everything else with our friends. Why not talk about money? I don't know what the stigma is behind money. I'm not sure what it is. I'm always open. Somebody asks me how much I make, I won't say it on here. I have said it on here before, but if somebody asks me how much I make, I'll let you know how much I make, and then I'll have a conversation and build off of that.
And I think that's also how you were raised. Like, we talk. To a certain extent, I think money was always a conversation in our house.
Agreed.
So I feel like your idea about talking about money is very different than someone who the conversation wasn't something they've been hearing literally their whole life. But yeah, I agree. I think you should share that information with your friends. It should be something that you're willing to talk about.
Yeah, even down to I don't know what.
And even if you're not saying exactly how much you make, but talking about like how you negotiate your salary or how you invest or like what you're investing, like what you're doing. You don't have to talk specifics, but I think even a general conversation about money.
Even when it comes down to credit score, why do you feel like people don't want to talk about their credit score? Because somebody asks you your credit score, would you tell them, or like
I would tell them, not on this, but I would tell them. Because I feel like your credit score, people because your credit goes down when you are not wisely, for the most part, not for the most part, but part of your credit score is management. Yes. And so it is an indicator of how you have managed your funds and how you are responsible about certain things. And so it's a direct reflection of that. And so if your credit score is like a 150, is that even possible?
Nah, I think 400 something is the lowest, or 350.
Okay, so if it's like 350 or whatever is possible, then people are going to be like, okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And that's why creditors look at it, because they're trying to see, can this person manage jobs, exactly.
People you go to get a rent, everybody looks
because they're
at
trying to look at your character to a certain extent. Is this person responsible? Can this person pay me back? Does this person have the management skills? And so telling someone your credit score and it's low is saying that, hey.
Which we have a bunch of credit episodes. I think we have like 2 episodes where we talk about credit. And like I always tell people, credit is very easy. It's really quick to destroy, but it's always fixable, no matter how bad your credit is.
And even before you were even before Kadeem was a financial advisor.
Another shameless plug.
See, I'm paying you for this. No, but even before Kadeem was a financial advisor, he helped me get my credit score back up, because grad school.
That's what it is. College messes a lot of people up.
No, this is not. You know what? Kidding.
No, financially wise, because you're putting everything on your credit card. Now you're out of school. Exactly. Now you don't make any money. So that's what I mean by mess people up. Like financially wise, after you come out, you're already in debt. You don't have a job. You still need to live.
But in retrospect, I'm like, it doesn't have to be that way. But when you're in college, just wanna
enjoy life. Agreed. So I mean, and that goes to me, my knowledge on credit. This was based on just me educating myself. Like a lot of people ask, how do I do this? How do I do that? For me, it's like education. Like I took a long credit course, a very expensive credit course, and I've just been studying that material, and I learned from other people, successful people, and I just mimicked exactly what they're doing, and that kind of broaden my horizon. And by going to talk to people and be open, my credit score is this, how do I get it in that, that's one thing me and my friends do talk about. We're always like talking our credit scores and stuff like that.
In your group chat?
In my group chat, yeah, that's one thing we always
Who's
do.
In your
like
group chat?
Chill, you're funny right now.
All right, tell me that. Did you ask them to donate to my marathon? You guys always talk about money. You need to ask them again this week, because I didn't see one of Kadeem's friends donate to my marathon.
So you are raising money still, so how you're doing pretty good with that.
Yeah,
so honestly, let me say something. You surprised me how much money you
Oh, you think I can raise this money? No, okay, this has taught me that I do not like asking for money.
I hate. That's why when you tell me to raise money, it's just like,
so you gotta practice.
Maybe that's something that we have in common. We don't like to ask people for money.
No, we don't like asking people. But I do not like asking people for money. Like even sometimes when I have to ask mommy and daddy for money before, I'd be like, oh man, I gotta ask for money again. But the thing is, mommy and daddy don't care. They would just be like, here.
They don't care. But I feel the same way sometimes.
They wouldn't care. But when I was in grad school and I had to ask for money, I'd be like, oh man. I'd be like, let me ask Kadeem first. Then Kadeem would be like, no, ask mommy. So this has solidified that because I feel like this is the first time that I've had to ask outside of this house for money.
Yes. Okay. I think that's the reason why. So, because I feel like we do, like, if I needed money or something like that, I would come tell you.
Yeah, you gotta hit everybody up first. Yeah,
and I never got to the point where I had to step outside the house,
which is a blessing. Praise God.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing at my praise God?
Go ahead.
Anyway, so it's uncomfortable for me. Mm-hmm. Not for daddy though, because daddy's people are coming through. So up until I think in the beginning of, what is this, October? So like the end of September, I still didn't have that. I had like $500. But
what's the total you're trying to raise?
I'm trying to raise $2,500.
Oh, so you're there.
I have
then.
$2,300.
Yeah,
I feel like I don't even need to go that hard anymore. So then I was like, ooh, if I reach $2,500, should I then
just pocket the rest?
No. Absolutely not. Number one, it goes on a website. Then I was like, ooh, should I go into overachiever mode and then try to, raise more? Because it's for a great cause.
What cause is it for?
It's for Harlem United. It's a charity that started off first as a center in Harlem that catered to people with HIV/AIDS, but over time it's expanded to give services to marginalized communities who have difficulties getting access to mental health care. Mental health care. Did I say that?
No, you
medical care. They have like a wide variety of programs, and they really serve the Harlem community. So it's a great org.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't really. So that
you
was
were mad monotone during that whole spill, and then energy came back. Yes.
I was trying to put on my
professional
like, this is Harlem United. All right, so I need to like switch that up.
Yeah, because you sucked the energy out of everybody.
I'm sorry, guys. No, it's not because I'm not excited. It was because I was literally trying to change the tone up to be like serious.
All right.
Kadeem also said I'm not a serious person today.
Oh my goodness.
But it's okay. We're talking about how uncomfortable it is for me to raise money. So that's been one of the things that I've had to like come out of my comfort zone with training for this whole thing. So the meal plan, which I flopped at, but I was like, I cannot flop at the raising money part. But it has taught me that I have some great people in my corner who will come through, because the people have been sharing, people have been hitting their people up, and like over 60 people have donated.
Yeah,
so
that's crazy.
I'm my team always comes through for me.
All right.
That's one thing I can say. So we're almost, I feel like by Monday I should be at my goal by Monday afternoon.
Hold on, how much more weeks to the
like 2 weeks. I have till the October 26th to raise the money.
Oh,
so I only have until Friday to raise the money.
Oh, you'll be good. I'll be good.
I'll be good, because if you don't raise the money, then you would have to pay for it yourself.
Oh, you have to pay the extra?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Everyone has this reaction.
Hold on.
Yes, I committed to raising $2,500.
So if you didn't raise
$2,500, I would have to put up this $2,500.
You put a credit card on file?
Yep.
Jeez Louise. So you had no choice.
No choice.
Damn.
Well, I had a choice. I could be like, I'll
hold
take
on.
that
Is this
that.
fundraiser specifically for the marathon?
So the charity has marathon slots.
Okay.
So they say, okay, 10 people. I think there's 10 people on the team. 10 people can run for our charity, and as a benefit of running for our charity, you can get one of our marathon slots, because it's hard to get into the marathon.
Oh, okay.
So you get the marathon slot.
So you're basically, that money's to get you a spot in the marathon, basically.
To get me a spot, but I still have to pay for the marathon.
Okay.
So I paid for the marathon out of my own money, and then I have to raise the money.
Okay.
And it's also to give back to the community.
Charity. I'm sorry.
Yes. And it's a beautiful story. No, listen. Let me tell the story of how this happened.
Please, I think not in a monotone voice.
I was turning 26 or 25. No, 26. I came home for the weekend for my birthday, or the women's retreat. Something. I was home.
The story's going good already.
It was a Sunday, and I was in LaGuardia Airport, and Janelle and Francis, who are my roommates from college.
What's college?
Syracuse University. Go SU.
Yeah.
Whoa, hater. They called me. One of them called me, and I was like, oh, we should run the marathon when we turn 30. And then we were like, yeah, I can't remember who called me first. And then the other one called me. I was like, me and so just said we're going to run the marathon. Are you down? And they were like, yes, the year we turn 30, we are going to run the marathon. So this year we're all turning 30. I turned 30 in April. Janelle turns 30 in December, and Francis turns 30 next month. And Harlem United is turning 30 this year too. Isn't that amazing?
Trifecta.
Look at that. So I was like, yes, this is beautiful. Like, we're all celebrating 30 years, and Harlem United is celebrating 30 years. So it was meant to be. We were meant to run for this charity.
That's dope. I love the story.
Did I say it exciting enough?
It was exciting.
And tomorrow we're actually all running together for the first time.
Oh, for real? Where are you guys running?
We're starting at Yankee Stadium.
No, you can't do that.
What do you mean? Why?
So you guys are doing the walk too then? Oh, Yankee Stadium. That's at Yankee Stadium. Okay, the walk is at Met Stadium.
Oh, because I was about to say.
That's why I was like, how are you guys doing that?
No. We're starting at Yankee Stadium.
Okay, that's dope. And you guys run into the city or just run in the Bronx?
We're going to run into the city.
Okay.
And we're also going to try to run past Harlem United.
Okay.
Yeah, so we can kind
of... How's the other women, females, ladies doing?
Women. They're doing great.
Yo, you know what I'm really trying to do?
What?
Is stop trying to say like ladies. Ladies is not socially acceptable anymore, right? It has to be women,
I
right?
love when you would. Yes, you should say women. Most of the time, you should just say women.
I'm trying to say like, yo, because I was in a shop like 2 days ago, and then there was a bunch of ladies in like a store, and there was a bunch of ladies, and I was like, hey, how you doing, ladies? I wanted to say woman though, because woman.
How
is
you
supposed
doing,
to say
women?
Like,
I think you can say how you doing, ladies.
I'm trying to refer to ladies and females as women instead of saying like females or girls or what's up.
Yeah, I wouldn't say girls. Women is good. Good for you, brother.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a little
something.
Trying to change. All right, one last thing. This is I would ask a question about myself. How do you feel about my journey?
What journey?
Like my journey of
becoming who you are.
Yeah.
Today?
Yeah.
Well, I remember when.
You know the deep in and out. So from when I was in high school.
No, let me tell you. My dad used to always come to me and be like, "I'm so worried about Kadeem." And I used to be like, it's okay, relax.
When was this? What was this?
Like when we were younger, like when you were like high school. Yo, Kadeem, me and Kadeem have such different personalities when it comes to just life. I don't know, not life, but no, I think we have the same values. They're just expressed very differently. So, Kadeem would be getting suspended every year, cursing his teachers out. And my dad used to be like, oh my goodness, like, is he like, what's happening? Is he going to be okay? And I was like, Daddy, don't worry. Kadeem will be fine. Kadeem will be fine. Trust me. So it's been very, very great seeing kind of how you change.
Stress relief.
And the thing is, I don't think you've changed.
I
think and I always say this, watching you has taught me that, number one, I don't think the school system is set up for everybody. And so I think everyone should go to school.
Because I did horrible in school. Like I did horrible
because it didn't cater to you. I think the whole structure was not for you. And so you were operating in a space for years, which so many of our kids have to operate in spaces that don't really work for them. And then unfortunately, because you're tied to these constraints that don't work for you, then you're getting in trouble, and you express your frustration in lots of different ways.
Because you see that now in the school you work at, basically.
Yeah, and I see that a lot with the kids, and I always say, this is Kadeem, in some ways. So then I think when you went to college, which I think was excellent for you, although you always have ish to talk about college, but I feel like you're getting to see now how beneficial it was. Yes, anyway, that was great for Kadeem, because I think discipline, because you didn't develop that discipline in high school.
Okay.
You needed to go to college to develop that discipline.
Agreed.
And it was very clear from start to finish the discipline that you had.
Why
and the tenacity, like just to kind of get through it, and to like some of it was hard for you, clearly, and you made sure that you finished. And then it's been great kind of watching you. Number one, I think this is so like you. To kind of jumping from thing to thing until you find what you like, because when Kadeem was younger, he did every single sport.
I did, except for basketball. I can never get the ball in the hoop.
Every sport, every instrument, everything. And I'm like, why are they letting him do everything? But
and the school did let me. I was all county drums, and I never played the drums in thing.
Really?
Yeah, I did all county.
For drums?
Yeah.
Wow. See, I didn't even know that. But yeah, so I think you do that in your adult life too. So you kind of, after college, you jump from thing to thing. Until you find what you liked. So it's been really good to see. And I think you take something from every aspect or from every thing that you've done, and you apply it in a different way to and I love hearing your podcast, because so I'm like, wow, Kadeem sounds so like alive and like yes on this podcast.
And I'm completely different when you see me walking around the house, right?
Yeah. Which goes to show, and I think you're a performer, not in a bad way. I think you're a public speaker. You are a public speaker. You are a person who can like perform,
shine out in public.
Yeah, you can shine in public, and I think the podcast like brings that out in you.
I appreciate that.
I'm proud of you, brother.
Oh, I appreciate that. No, I do not
want to hug. Let's hug. Okay, let's high five. Come on. Yes. Yay.
High five.
Kadeem hates giving me hugs.
I hate it.
I'm the most touchy-feely person in this house. Everyone else is just like, please. Yes, my love language is physical touch. I don't know where I got that from, because no one in this house
touched at all.
I do, but anyway.
Oh man.
Yeah. So you look tired, bro.
Yeah,
what are you gonna do after this?
So you promised me we're gonna get something to eat after this. What time is it?
It's
11.
Though?
It's 11.
Nope, it's gonna pass. Didn't I just tell you I had a great scale victory this morning? You want to go get food?
Yes, that is consensus. Are we gonna order food?
We'll think about that.
All right, so we're wrapping up.
So
now.
What's next with?
We're not wrapping up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, let's go. Let's keep on talking.
No, I'm gonna talk. I was just asking you. So,
no,
like, what's next? So you're gonna take your test.
All right.
What's next for the podcast? What's next for your career goals?
All right. So let me lay out my goals right now. All right. So
then you want me to lay out mine?
Okay. Perfect. And then we'll wrap up. Or you could just take the floor. All right, so my goals right now is passing this test, the Series 7 test, right? After we pass that Series 7 test, there's another test that I have to take. It's called the Series 66. The Series 66 is another test. It's not so crazy as the 7, but it allows me to like kind of do a lot more when it comes to helping people invest and help people plan for their future and things of that nature. I have to take that after. Okay. So I am a licensed insurance broker or agent as well. So I want to take, after I take those two securities, I want to take another course or another class, and this class will allow me to sell like car insurance, home insurance, any type of insurance that you can have that'll allow me to sell that kind of insurance. And the reason why I want to do that, I want to be able to cater 100% to my clients. Okay. So if they're going to buy a house, I want to be able to say, I can get you this rate. Or if they want to purchase a car, a lot of my people are purchasing cars right now, I can get you this rate in insurance and things of like. So I have 3 more tests that I want to kind of bang out, kind of get that out the way. Last year, every year for like the past 4 years, I usually do like a year, like my goal sheet for the year. This year,
I never do that.
You never do that?
For the year?
Yeah.
I usually do it on my birthday, but because I do monthly goals. So
the way you're not supposed to do it, but the way like I've learned to do it is you set like the yearly goals out.
You see the way Kadeem just looked at me.
You set yearly goals out, and then you break them down monthly, and then you break them down weekly, and then you break them down daily. Okay. That's what you're kind of supposed to do. So usually in like December, That's what I do. Okay. So usually in December, what I try to do is I just make my yearly goals for the next year. I like, what do I want to accomplish next year? Last year was the only year I didn't do that, because I think around this time last year, I really had no idea of where I was going to be.
Wow. Look at how things changed in here. So you didn't think you were going to be doing this financial advising thing last year this time?
So I had an idea to do something. I knew I wanted to do in finance, but I didn't know what direction I wanted to take in finance. I don't know if you remember the beginning of the year, I told you I was going to take a course.
Yeah.
You remember that? It was a financial course, and I just never took the course because I really didn't know if that's what I wanted to do. And around that time, that's when we started the podcast.
And you did mention something about like another kind of financial thing, right?
Yeah, that's the I think generally I wanted to be a trader. That's what I wanted to do.
Oh yeah, like the going for a company and trading.
Exactly. That's what I wanted to do. And then I looked into the whole, I could have done that. I was going to take the course and I just never shot. So I was like, you know what? Let me give it a couple more months, because they offer that course 2 times a year, once in January and once in December. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just not take it in January for something that I really, really want to do at the end of the year. I can always take it in December around this time. So I was just still like, I was driving Uber. I'm personal assistant to my boss. So I was just doing a bunch of stuff, making money here and there. And then that's when if you listen to past episodes, LZ Ross came on. LZ Ross is the financial advisor at the firm I work right now. He's actually the vice president at the firm I work right now. So that's when he came on, and I was just looking for people in different fields. And I always saw like, he always posts finance stuff. I didn't even know what he did at the time, but I was like, yo, you want to come on my podcast? Hit me back instantly. Yeah, I'll come on. Boom. That's when he came to my podcast. We started talking, and then I was like, yo, I can do that. Boom. He was like, he's hiring. His firm is hiring.
Wow.
The vice president. I can guarantee you an interview. It's all new for the rest of there.
Do you see how things can change in a year?
In a year, that's crazy, right?
And that's the word for the podcast today.
What?
Look at how things can change in a year.
That's crazy.
I feel like sometimes people are like, get so caught up in the I don't know, I'm doing all this random stuff, but your life can literally drastically change. And that's why I don't believe in like I'm 40 or I'm 45 and it's too late. Like I don't ever think it's too late.
It's not. I don't think it's ever too late either.
Because things fall into place, and this sounds so cliche, but I really believe this is where you are in your moment is where you're supposed to be, and there's so much you could be learning and growing that you can do in those moments, even when you don't think it's the best. Yeah,
and you know what's crazy? When you say that, a lot of people always say like, so I used to ask like a lot of successful people. My definition of successful was rich people. I used to ask them, what do you do? And especially when I worked at the generator company, yeah. When I used to run in these people, I always used to strike up a conversation. I always used to get down, yo, what do you do? 90% of the people never ever told me what they do. They always just said, I worked hard. I just work hard. So it took me so long. I'm always thinking, why are these motherfuckers always tell me just to work hard? Like give me the clue. And the more you look into it, because I can kind of see what their profession is if they display it on our company and everything. So you see like people invest, and you see doctors, you see a lawyer, you see a wide range of something. So I'm like, yo, all these people are successful. All they keep saying is work hard. I was watching the YouTube video one day, and the successful YouTuber was saying the same exact thing. When he was younger, all he wanted to do was drive a nice car, do this, do that. And he was just saying he used to go to these people, ask them, yo, what do you do? And they always say, I just worked hard. And then he's in his head thinking, yo, if I had something to work hard on, I would be doing it right now, because I'm down to work hard, but I don't know what to work hard on. And the more I read books, the more I realized, yo, if you don't have a direction right now, work hard on yourself. Yeah, work hard on yourself. Yep. Read books. Like go to the gym, take care of your body, eat right. Do everything you possibly can to make yourself. If you want to go to therapy, talk to other people, be social more, because if I wasn't working hard on myself the past couple of years, I would never be in the position that I am right now. Because I don't have a finance background, quote unquote, as degree wise. But after school, I took real estate courses, I took investment courses, I took credit courses. I was just working hard on myself.
Working hard on yourself. And I also want to add, like, work hard on yourself and work hard at what you're doing in the moment.
Yes.
Because well, kind of going back to what we were talking about before about the discipline. So you're working hard on yourself, but then you're also working hard on what it is that you're doing at the moment to kind of make your money, or to do what, even if it's not what you want to do, you're putting all your effort into it, because that's where you grow. That's where you get the discipline.
Agreed.
That's where you learn certain things that are going to help you in your next phase. I remember in grad school, me and my friend Alex, she just got married.
Congrats, Alex.
I'll tell her to listen to this episode that she got a shout out. We started this list of like things we never thought we would learn in grad school, but we learned. And it was like silly things, like how to edit a video. She had like how to drive a van. And it's because we were like, we didn't come here for this. Like, we didn't come here to to do any of this. We came here to like become a psychologist. But I think I always think back to that when I think about working hard at what you're doing, because it is where you pick up all those other transferable skills. That although driving Uber is not like being in a financial advisor, but the transferable skill of talking to people, communicating with people, having a wide variety of people telling you different things, and you having to kind of meet them where you at. That's a transferable skill.
And not to cut you off, but I'm gonna cut you off. When you talk about Uber,
to cut you off,
but when you talk about driving Uber, when I was driving Uber, you know what my main task every night was? Let me see if I can just strike up a conversation with these persons. Let me try to take somebody who doesn't want to speak to me, and by the end of the conversation...
Oh, so you're one of those Uber drivers?
Yeah, I'm definitely one of those Uber drivers. Because I'm thinking, I'm getting money out of this, but what else can I get out of this?
Exactly.
So let me work on my communication skills. Let me talk to somebody who I really wouldn't talk to and try to find out as much as I can in this 10-minute ride. Yeah, so that's what I try to do. And that was me working hard at something that I probably wasn't going to be at, that led me to being able to conversate with a lot more people better.
Yeah, it's all about those transferable skills. So what's your definition of success now? Still
the same thing, being filthy rich.
Wow, Kadeem. Seriously?
My definition of success is being free, financially free, and being able to wake up any day and do whatever I want to do.
So that's my definition. So your definition of success is all about money.
It's about freedom.
And what comes along with that. So this is where me and Kadeem always get into it about things. Not into it, like fighting into it. But like this is where we have our longest conversations, because Kadeem's definition of success and everything is always purely money based.
Because I see the opportunities money gives to people.
Yeah, but what about the relationships you have with people?
You get those relationships by building on that platform. No?
I'm talking about like if your family and your friends and...
What about that?
You're like being filthy rich. So my definition of success.
So next year, if I said, "Yo, Tasha, let's go on this vacation," that would have put a smile on your face.
It would put a great smile on my face. Yes.
So what are we talking about right now?
I'm just saying. Sometimes it's great to be rich. It's great to have money. I'm all about it. I want to be rich. I want to have money. Yes. But at the same time, I want to have rich relationships, and I want to have a rich family, and not like rich money wise, but like
but we have all the stuff already.
Yeah, but I feel like you need to keep on keeping that in, we have our rich family, but we're going to create our own families. So you want to, I think when I think about success, for me, it's about making sure that all areas of my life are not fully, but are enriched. Kadeem's like half rolling his eyes at me right now. Like literally, he just half rolled his eyes at me. So I want to make sure that when I go home to my family, I am giving what I can and giving them all that I can.
You want to go home to a house, right? How you want to get there? You want to drive a nice car there, right?
And when I'm at work, I want to make sure that I'm making money and I'm doing, I want to be financially successul. But I also always want to remember that life is more than just my finances. Life is about more importantly, actually, about the relationships I have with others and how I can maintain those and how I can get back. Can you? Yo, you should. Why is the video person here today? Because anyway, and so I'm always trying to encourage Kadeem to think about life outside of money.
Which I do. You don't think so?
But you think about it within the context of money.
Okay.
All right, we can work on that.
What's your definition of success?
That's said that. Whoa, you're too busy rolling your eyes.
Oh, that's your definition of success?
Yes. I want to be successful financially, but I also want to be successful with quotation marks, because what does that mean? In all areas of my life. I want to make sure that I am giving and serving others. Yeah. You're not even into this.
Listen, because everything that I think of, it comes back to the money aspect. Everything. When you just
where'd you get this from? Do you see how we were raised in the same house?
When you just talked about giving back, I'm like, yo, how are you going to give back?
Yes,
if you don't have no money?
Yeah, okay. yes, I want to have money. I'm not saying that is
Imagine if you wanted to run this race right now. Where do you think those donations coming from? Like, what?
I'm not
And this is bringing you joy, right? This is bringing me joy. I don't get it.
I'm not saying that I don't want to be financially successful. I just am saying that when I think about success, it's not just money.
Okay.
That's not the first thing that pops in. That's honestly not the first thing that pops into my mind.
So when I think about being successful, the first thing that pops into my mind is not money.
What?
The first thing that pops in my mind is freedom. That's what pops in my mind.
All right, so that's a great way to guess.
Yeah.
The first thing that pops into my mind is people.
Okay. All right. So we're on different pages.
Okay. And you're one of those people, brother.
Yo, everybody, like, hit us up in the email and let us know what's your definition of success, how you define success, and all that good stuff.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see what people think success is and how they define
and because
success.
you had freedom and I had people or relationship, they should define it in one word. Like one word, and then they can put their explanation under.
All right, cool.
Are you going to share these emails with me?
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
I got you.
For when I come back.
Oh, you're coming back.
You not inviting me?
No, thank you for coming on last minute.
Can I leave a quote like Hansome does?
Oh, yeah. All right, let me give all the wrap up and then we'll end with a quote. Okay. All right, everybody, thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I appreciate my sister for coming out, Dr. Brown.
Coming out all the way down the hall.
Coming out down the hall on a Saturday night, sacrifice her Saturday night to come and record so we can have this episode on Monday. Like, we had a bunch of technical issues and we resolved them. So I hope everybody can hear me good as well too. And next week, we're going to bang out a lot of episodes next week. So we have a couple more. So next week, me and Hansome are trying to do at least 4 episodes next week so we can just let those record so I can start focusing on my tests and everything like that, because my schedule is just way too crazy right now, so I want to try to bang that out.
Bang them out.
So yeah, I appreciate everybody for listening. You can follow me at Way Too Irrational. You can follow my sister at, plug yourself,
Tasha Melissa,
okay, at IG, and you can email us at whatarewedoingpc@gmail.com.
and if you follow me, you can donate.
Yeah, and this last week to donate. So if you guys are listening to this, you have till Friday to donate. So even if it's $5, if it's $10, whatever you have, donate. You heard is going to a good cause, and yeah, she's running the marathon.
Yeah.
All right, so leave us with a quote, young one.
I am not the young one. I am the old wise one.
Let's go.
I'm gonna leave you with my quote from my high school yearbook, and it is: "You can always dodge your responsibilities, but you cannot dodge the consequences of dodging your responsibilities."
Boom. All right, everybody have a great week.
Have a great week.
Later.
Thanks for having me on.
All right, later.
Bye.